Hi, my name is Karen Fabian and I'm the founder of Bare Bones Yoga. Let me ask you a question. Here we are in December, and as the new year is approaching, are you thinking about setting some New Year's resolutions? I know this is a really common experience for people, and I wanted to give you a couple of ideas of some healthy New Year's resolutions, or even just calling them maybe healthy motivations that you can bring into your new year. And these are things that some might sound familiar, but some are maybe in some different areas that you might not immediately consider pertaining to your health. But I want to just kind of bring some of these thoughts to mind and see what you think. So I'm going to go through a list really quickly of 10 ideas for healthy habits you can build in the new year. So the first one has to do with meditation. And if you hear that word and you're immediately turned off, I want you to think about it just from the perspective of sitting in stillness, even if it's just for a really short period of time. So maybe 1 to 2 minutes. I also want to direct you to a couple of really cool apps that you can use right on your phone. And these can guide you through meditation and really make it a lot easier if you find it hard to sit still even for 1 to 2 minutes. I'm loving using Headspace, and I find it really, really easy to use. So you can check that out. That might help you along. The second thing, of course, as a yoga teacher, a huge part of my life is helping people move smarter. And so what I would generally say is, as much as you can be moving in intentional ways, all the better. And of course, if there are ways in your activities during the day that you can fit in some additional movement, so whether that's parking further away from the grocery store, or walking to work, or taking lunch breaks where you actually go outside and walk or run, even better. But really try to make intentional movement a certain particular part of every single day. The next thing is to break habits that are based in unhealthy thinking. And for this, we have to go a little bit into this idea of neuroplasticity. And this is the capability of the brain to actually change if we start to loosen up our ways of thinking and things that we might think are true, but they're really beliefs. There's a lot to this, and one of the things that you can do to help you along this particular path is work with a neuroscience coach. I did this over the summer, and it was life-changing in terms of really helping me break some unhealthy thought patterns that I had. And I want to direct you to 2 particular resources. One is the Coaches Training Institute, and another one is ACEUP, ACEUP. And these are 2 organizations where you can find neuroscience coaches. Another one is to roll away muscle pain, and this has to do with myofascial release. You might know this as foam rolling, and this is a technique that you can use to relieve some stress and strain in your muscles and get rid of some of that discomfort in the body. If you're going to the gym already and you're using a foam roller, great. Otherwise, if you're unfamiliar with this, work with a personal trainer, or even just go online and look on YouTube for ways to use myofascial release balls and foam rollers. Learning how to use them correctly can really make a big difference in how you feel in the body. The next one, number 5, is to stop running away from your money problems. So if you're the kind of person that likes to splurge, even though you know in your logical mind you don't have the money, or maybe you just haven't been paying much attention to your finances, this is definitely an area of stress for people. And when you have stress around anything, but in particular money, it can definitely lead to health problems. So this is the year that if you've been ignoring taking care of your finances, maybe this is a great year to get off on the right foot, work with an accountant, work with a financial planner, and get your financial house in order. Number 6 is to look at the company you keep. So part of our health is, of course, spending time with people that we care about, people that we have fun with, and having a good time. And so maybe this year coming up is the year where you get a little real with yourself about who are the folks you're hanging around with, and are they really contributing to your overall health and well-being. Of course, sometimes we have family stress and we can't always ignore, and we don't want to ignore our family members, but it is something to think about in terms of just our social network and acquaintances. And maybe this is the year that you need to break some ties or loosen some ties with friends who really don't add to your life. Number 7 is preventative medicine, and this has to do with really taking control of your health from a preventative standpoint. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't make appointments throughout the year to get checkups with your primary care physician, your eye doctor, your dentist, to take whatever preventative tests are necessary for you depending on your age and your health status, really put some time into making a list and making sure that you stay on top of it during the year. This is one of the best ways to identify a problem before it gets too big, and as they say, early treatment is one of the best chances of getting cured of something if you happen to develop some kind of condition. Number 8 is to get your snooze on, and this has to do with getting a good night's sleep. So one of the biggest challenges that people have these days is that they're spending too much time on their phones, including in bed. So really try to tuck that phone away out of your bedroom. Make sure you've got good sheets, you've got dim lights, you've got an area that's conducive to sleeping, and that's really going to help you get a good night's sleep, along with setting a regular time every day that you're going to go into bed, take a few minutes to wind down, and then go to sleep. Number 9 is have those difficult conversations you need to have to clear the air. And this has to do with if you have someone in your life, and these things typically center around people that we are really close with, and you have something you want to get off your chest, make this the year that you sit down and you have that heart-to-heart. This can be a really big source of strain and stress for people, and the more clear you can be with people in your life where you might feel a little bit of friction, you're both going to feel a huge weight is lifted once you have that difficult conversation. And then number 10 is to plan time off to support your health. And this has to do with maybe rethinking next year's vacation, and rather than doing something that involves a lot of lounging around, which can be great, maybe think about going to some kind of personal development workshop or training, maybe going someplace with a group where there's a learning involved, maybe learning a language or going to a different place that you really wanted to check off on your bucket list, or doing something that's around physical health and wellness and making a kind of a dual vacation where you're vacationing but you're also learning and exploring and doing something to really grow from a personal development perspective. So I hope you've liked these 10 tips. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to include in this video a link so that you can download this worksheet and you can keep it nearby and throughout the year reference it and keep yourself on track. I also want to close by saying that in January here in the Boston area in Cambridge, I'm going to be hosting a really special weekend event called the Bare Bones Yoga Urban Wellness Weekend. And this is a 2-day event designed around all of what we're talking about. Expert speakers, yoga, meditation, myofascial release, healthy food, vendor demos, all designed to really harness what I know you already have, which is a lot of energy and enthusiasm around turning over a new leaf in different areas of your life in the new year. And all you need to do to register for this event is go to my website, barebonesyoga.com, and you'll see right on the home page the event registration. And you can click it, you can read all about it, and register. And between now and the middle of December, I'm running early bird pricing, so it's a great time to register for this really unique event, which is going to set you off not only on the right foot for the coming year, but for all the years ahead. And some of these things that you're going to learn, including neuroscience, a little bit about neuroscience, is really going to set you up for better health and wellness for the rest of your life. So I hope you'll join me at the Bare Bones Yoga Urban Wellness Weekend, and don't forget to check the link for the free download on the 10 healthy habits to start in the new year and beyond. So thank you so much for watching, and namaste.